Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today's FabriChat.
Hey!
Good morning.
It's getting nice outside.
I know, it's so nice outside.
What was it that Tracy was calling it? What is spring spelled backwards? Gnoose or something. I don't know. Instead of saying spring fever, she has a virus called
Oh.
or whatever. It was 72 degrees up here yesterday.
It was really nice.
Yeah, a little chillier today.
Yeah, well, our mornings are still chilly.
Yeah.
So it's still cold. It's that season where you have to have the heater in the morning and the AC in your car on the way home.
That's right.
This like 2 weeks maybe. It's like that.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts.
Yeah. Sorry.
Lizzie has a new hot dog toy. She's very proud of it.
Thank you, Sume.
Yes.
Sume sent this fantastic box yesterday that was so nice. She had some hats for the kids and some toys. You hear her wagging. And a toy.
A hot dog toy.
Oh, she's very
It's
excited.
wet already this morning.
It's gooey and gross.
She loves it, though.
She loves it. She loves it. Still has a squeaker. At some point, it will die.
Yeah.
And there will no longer be a squeaker in it, but she's loving it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there were some buttons and stuff in there for Tracy. And
It's fun.
oh, and you're going to...
No, just gonna make sure that I know.
All of you guys, your dogs at home are going to go going, wait, what is that? What is it?
For those dogs of yours that watch TV.
It's, it's Miss Lizzie. Anyway, yeah, that's right. So at, oh no, we might have to take it.
I want to know what's happening for other people's houses.
You guys are going to be going, my dog is freaking out.
You're going to have to watch this at home with Lizzie watching it and see what she does.
I know. Lizzie loves TV. Yeah. She loves to watch TV and it doesn't matter what animal. Her favorite show for a long time was The Zoo. But I don't know. And now we just have Roku. We don't have whatever the cable or whatever Direct TV or whatever. So we don't get that channel anymore. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't get. But she used to watch it every morning while I got ready for work.
That's like it's bad as saying the A word.
I know.
Yeah, our dogs. I mean, yes, they watch TV, but they're usually sleeping. My dogs are super lazy. But we were watching. Is it Red? The kid movie about the red panda. That it's a girl who turns into red panda.
Yeah.
Is it Red?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jezebel was going to pee herself.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what she thought that big red panda was, but nothing good. And Rose looking like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What are you looking at? That's fine. It's a little plush toy. It's fine. We eat those all the time.
Lizzie, bring me that.
So, I don't know. My dogs watch it a little bit, but nothing like Lizzie. Lizzie will sit there and watch a movie with, like, Maisie.
She will. If it's been a couple of days since we've had the TV on and we're sitting, I mean, our house is teeny tiny. I mean, the kitchen, dining room, and living room is all together, and then... Mm-hmm. So Pa and I will sit there and visit, at night. And if it's been a couple of days, she'll get in front of the television and we just call it thumping for lack of a better. She, smacks her back leg and, and she's looking in front of the TV and then she'll look over at us and then she looks in front of the TV like, turn this
it
thing on. Yeah. So we'll turn it on. Why don't you just give it to me for a minute so that people can have
Their dogs. Their dogs are getting crazy. She's like, this is my dog.
I'm going to take it. You have bad breath. I'm going to hold it for a minute. She'll give it to me. Anyway, so, oh Lord, now she's really going to, we might have to cut away for a moment and
roll the dog.
I made it worse. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, come get it, Mom. She ran. We'll be right back.
God, she has bad breath.
Now she's just going to sit here and breathe heavy.
Now she's just panting.
Right there. She get her back.
Sorry. It's so disruptive. If it's not the babies, it's the dogs. Oh my gosh. All right. So anyways, let's see. So let's do a little bit of catch up and then I have a little bit of gossip to share.
Ooh.
I know. and a recipe. So we have some
fun things.
Fun things. But first, just a little update on Harper. I don't know, not everybody maybe has Facebook. So Harper is our little friend. Donna Strentz is a friend of ours, and she has a YouTube channel called Handmade by Ying. Super nice gal. And her granddaughter, Harper, was put in the hospital on October 9th, I think, and had to stay in the hospital until she got a heart transplant. She had a horrifying virus that attacked her heart, basically. And so it was a long wait. All of us had put stuff online, and people sent her, wiped out her Amazon wish list.
Yes.
Because we bought everything that she wanted for her, for Christmas and then for her birthday in January. And then she, of course, got a heart transplant a month ago. And of course, all of those prayers, not just for Harper, but for the family of the donor. And if you missed that information, we all talked about doing something for the family, but that is a private thing. No one knows. Someone knows, but no one in Donna's family and Harper's family, and nobody in the donor family, they don't know anything, each other. They give it 1 year. And at the end of 1 year, they ask, do you want to know? And do you want to know? And either party has the option of saying, do not share my name. But if both want to know, then they'll be able to meet. Right. And so we'll keep you posted with that. But at the moment, everybody has to have time to grieve, and one, time to focus on healing and taking good care of that new heart. But anyway, so that was the story on that. And as we know things, we'll, of course, fill you in. But Harper is doing fantastic. She had a couple of little setbacks, but life is good. She ended up getting COVID for just a little bit. But at the moment, she is in the Ronald McDonald House, which is good. Out of PCU, out of ICU. And in the Ronald McDonald House, where they think she'll be there for a month because of all of the monitoring and everything that they have to do. So she's hoping to be home by May 1st. But she did finally get the first quilt from all of you that we sent, reading all of the cards and letters, because you guys sent cards. We attached them along with a map so she knows whose block was whose. So she got that. And then we have 4 others that we've put together, one for the brother, one for the sister, one for the mom and dad, and then another one for Harper. And so be maybe expecting some, I don't know if Harper does cards and letters or not. I don't know.
We'll see.
But maybe. But if you get some little something, a little notification, that might be kind of fun.
Cool.
But she's doing fantastic. Super, super great. And if you are on Facebook and you want to kind of follow along, they post a lot. I suppose there's...
I'll link, again, her Harper Strong Facebook page in the description below for you guys. So if you are a part of Facebook, you can find her right away and, be a friend and keep in touch on her journey. Yeah. Yeah, they post quite a bit, which is kind of, again, you're sitting in there trying to be in contact with the outside world. So anyway, so that's the update on Harper. Super excited about that. And then I have one other little prayer request. Our friend Jan has bronchitis. Oh,
Jan Kalanick. If you don't know Jan is our Southern friend who is constantly sending packages for the kids, and she is our Southern chef who came up for Southern Comfort Retreat last year and is coming this year. And she has bronchitis. She was in the ER for quite a while. Monday, and they said it's all virus, which means there's, nothing. Go home and take care of yourself. Right. So I told her, of course, honey and lemon and hot water.
Works every time.
It does, man. A little bit of turmeric. It works every time. Just drink it constantly. So, our book, Mad Honey, confirmed. There's a lot of other information in there. But did you notice that there's recipes in the back of that book?
Yeah, and I think they're going to be great.
I know.
Yes.
Real honey recipes. So that's good. So anyway, so prayers for Jan.
Get her all healed up before she heads this way next month.
She is arriving here on May 9th. She is coming a week early.
To hang out, get set up, make sure we have enough butter.
The appropriate groceries. She's going to rid the house of any margarine. She's sending the self-rising flower because we don't have that here. We can order white lily on Amazon, and we've done that now that but we don't have the same stuff. And what else was it that we've looked for? We don't have okra. We're not eating okra. And what else was it? There was something else that she asked, do you have that there? And it's like, no. Oh, and she's bringing pecans.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose there's this regionally. Yeah. You know, I'll bet you guys don't get good apples if you're out of the Pacific Northwest.
And we get walnuts.
Walnuts. We have lots of walnuts here. Yeah, but some of the other stuff, not so much. And almonds, I think, is California, right?
Yeah, and we get a lot of those. But like usually, you know how your little chocolate chips come in a little, 16 ounce. Oh, that might be too big. But in a bag like that, that's how we can only buy our pecans. In the baking section, in this tiny little bag.
For $4. Like for 8 ounces.
Yeah. And at like Costco or a big box store, we can get huge bags of walnuts and almonds, but not usually any other nut.
Yeah.
But again, I think you're right. I think it's regionally.
Yeah.
For sure.
The stuff that because the stuff that you grow is the stuff that you cook with.
Right.
Whereas here we don't get that stuff. But
yeah.
Anyway. All right. So those were a couple of little things. And then I want to say early, because I had something to say about this anyway, because oftentimes as you can tell where somebody started watching, what's the quote behind you? What's the quote behind you? Because usually at the end of our FabriChat, we tell you what it is. But I want to mention something about this quilt. So this quilt is Crackers. This is our pattern. And so the way that the Crackers pattern is written, and you can see if you don't want the pattern, you just want to figure it out yourself. Yeah. Super, super simple. You can do it. All it is so to me, I don't know if you can see enough of it to see it looks like crackers laying on a plate. But all it is it's a half log cabin block. So you're just going to start here. Here's your center, and then you're going to go a light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. And so here is your half log cabin block, and then here is your panel block. So you can use this with a panel square if you want to. You can have a focus fabric. That's what this one is, I think, is a focus fabric. And then if you have the square that's the right size, that's great. If not, you can put just a little border around it to get it up to that 10.5-inch size. Well, the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because we put some kits together and we did a Crackers out of that Call of the Wild panel, that Hoffman panel that had those 12.5-inch or 12-inch blocks. Beautiful. And in fact, Brianna is doing a video that probably will go up maybe next week.
Maybe next week. I still have a few more blocks to make, is my problem.
Yeah.
Is I have to make some blocks so that you guys can actually see it laid out.
Yeah. And then sew it together. So it's oftentimes like 2 or 3 takes. So maybe next week, maybe the following week. Watch for that. There will be a little tutorial about how to make this. But the reason, too, that that's important is because the pattern was written for 10.5-inch blocks. Right. For those of you that already have your pattern and your kit for Call of the Wild, maybe by now you've received the email from me, and you should check your email to make sure that you got that. Your pattern will be a little bit different. And so your center blocks will be 12.5. So what you have to do is you have to add one more dark and one more light to make your half log cabin blocks the same size as your focus blocks. Does that make sense?
Just one more extra row. Instead of being, I think instead of being like 6 dark strips, it's going to be 7 dark strips and still square, and it's perfect.
Yeah, works out exactly right. We just didn't want you cutting down, because sometimes you get a panel or a piece of fabric and you want to use that exact size when you're using that panel. So,
anyway. And my best advice for those of you that are wanting to get started on that, make your half log cabin first, make that block first, and then measure that and say, okay, my block came out to be 12 inches instead of what they thought was 12.5. Then you just cut your panel block into 12-inch pieces. You have plenty of wiggle room to trim that block, and we'll talk about in that video, we'll talk about squaring up a panel block, because a lot of people are like, oh well, it's crooked, it's printed crooked. It's all about how the fabric gets stretched and tweaked just a little bit, that you just have to square it up off of the image, not off of whatever lines you see. So we'll talk about that, but make your half log cabin block first and then decide what we're going to cut out of our dream big panels or focus fabric.
Yeah. And if you have that kit, you might just, if you're not sure, just wait for couple days until the video comes out, and that'll help you. And also we have more kits that we've just cut. Those are online, and that has all of that written direction in there with it. Not just it comes with the pattern, but the modification of the pattern is all in there. But anyway, so we just wanted to point that out and make sure if you're cutting right now, say, wait. Yeah, make sure you did this. Make sure you check your email.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Those were like the main things. And also, before we forget to tell, this week, there's a bunch of things happening this week.
Yes.
Tonight is box opening. Tomorrow
is temperature quilt. 11 a.m. Pacific time. We'll be doing our Zoom call. And we do Zoom so that people can share their screen with us, so we can see what they're working on. We can answer any questions they're asking. So that'll be there. I'll put the Zoom link in the description below for you guys. You can find it on our website if you search temperature quilt. Look into the description of that, and you'll see all of the links. Any passcodes if you just want to call in and listen, if you're going to be driving, whatever you want. Or it will also be recorded and edited and put onto YouTube. You can see that Friday. And you can watch it just a couple hours later.
Yeah. And I think hanging out with us, I mean, we do spend the full hour live, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But I think when you edited it, you were down to like 16 minutes or something, right?
Well, no, I
Maybe
think it was
that small.
Not that small, because I still left in the chit chat when we were looking at people, looking like through the Facebook.
Yeah.
So they still had things, but it was hard for me to share some of the sharing of the screens because we couldn't really see that. So I took most of that out, but everything we talked about on the Facebook, because I know a lot of you guys aren't on Facebook. So all of those people who are sharing, a lot of the people who share on our Facebook are also part of our Zoom call. So that helped. And so I did put up pictures of that. So it does narrow it down quite a bit because we take out all the little chitty chat stuff, but I keep all the, I think, important stuff in there.
I think it's all in there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And show and tell. I think that's kind of most of it is we want, hopefully it keeps you inspired and keeps you sewing, keep you on a project. But,
Right. I think it's funny this time of year. I don't know if the weather is good where you are. It sounds like there's a whole lot of weird weather going on, but for us here, it's very, very hard because we want to be outside because it's just. But we know that we're Zone 7. Up here, you cannot plant something new in the ground until Mother's Day.
We got a good month yet.
We do.
Just a lot of prepping.
Yeah, but just to go out and unearth, we have all of our little Johnny jump ups are up, and the forsythia. And
I've got to clean out my strawberry patch.
I know.
So my strawberries are crazy. And, at the end of the year, you're supposed to put the last cutting of grass or all your leaves on top to protect them. I don't. I let this, the best ones win. There's still so many of them.
Yeah.
And it's also a cat bed. Yeah. My cats love it. Snaggle house. You can see a little wear mark. Yeah. There's still green ones growing up.
I know.
There. So I have to take all the dead out to, those who survived the winter can prosper. But I have to clean that out so I can get ready for that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to transplant some raspberries and all that stuff. But I got all that
raspberries are all green and blooming and
super happy.
They're looking good. Yeah, we're lots of berries up here, which is good.
Yep.
All right. So let's see. So I have some gossip. And it's kind of funny because we don't typically gossip, mostly because I would say I don't have friends that gossip. I don't have friends that tell me anything.
I don't know.
I mean, we don't. I mean, and I think that for me, depending upon what, I mean, if I sometimes know something that is not very flattering about a person, I'm not going to share it.
I'm not going to share it, right.
I mean, nobody needs to know that. Nobody needs to, I mean, what?
My life right now is baby gossip. Who's having babies? That's right now.
Yeah.
We don't have a little baby coming into my life sometime at the end of this month. Kalisa's having her little. Oh, I'm so excited.
That's right. And you have quite a few friends that are having babies.
I've got another one coming in June, July-ish.
Yeah.
And then, later. Yeah.
But see, I don't think that that's gosspe. I don't think
so either.
And I think that's what the funny thing is that people that, I'm not gossiping. I'm just telling you. And so,
so I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have anything. I don't usually have anything negative.
No,
but
I don't either. And if I do, I like I said, I wouldn't even share it. Wouldn't even.
Sometimes it's not your story to tell.
That's exactly right.
No, nothing.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I'm anxious to. In book club to talk about things in book club because
and that email
is Monday.
Yes, and that email went out yesterday or Monday, the 1st. It went out. So if you opened that, or if you look at that, I did write in there that there's spoilers in there because, of course, like the second page of that newsletter is questions.
About the book.
And some of those things are going to give away if you haven't finished your book. So, but yeah, we'll be live on YouTube next Monday, and we'll review the book together. So review some of those questions. We're going to hit topics on. Those are the questions we're going to talk about, chit-chat about. And if you haven't finished it yet, you have the weekend to finish that. And then peek at that newsletter as soon as you're done. But if you haven't finished it and you want to finish it before you get spoils, look at that.
Yeah. Live on Monday at 11.
We also have put in our winning book, what we're going to read for next month, but we'll also talk about that on Book Club too.
Yeah. But in that book and in life in general, I mean, one thing that was brought up is it a lie that to not tell the secret?
Right.
And people that say all the time, well, it's a lie of omission, as if that's like a real thing. And I have to say, and it is all across the board on that. But for me personally, that is not a lie. I often will keep a secret.
Right.
And especially if it's not my secret to tell, and if I say, you better tell your dad.
Right.
You know, you better tell your dad, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to. It's like, you need to come clean with that. And it's not me lying by not telling, your truth or whatever. And so I've never thought that. I kind of feel like the fact that I can keep a secret is a very good thing, is a very good thing, and it doesn't make me a liar. So but I feel like I am in the minority with that. And I also think
I believe that, but I also will not keep a secret if that
from
someone.
Rob. Oh.
Yeah, I don't keep a secret from Robert.
Right.
I will always tell him.
And I agree.
But I also will not keep someone's secret if it puts someone in danger.
I agree with that,
whether
too.
it's themselves or maybe somebody else.
I totally agree with that.
I will always, like when I was going through things with Stephanie, I still am, I called her mom.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know if you know this, but you need to come. You need to come. And
a best friend of hers that
is going through
in
some
rehab
drug problems.
right now.
Yeah. So I called her.
I agree with that.
And I don't think it was a secret to me that she told me. I think it was pretty obvious what was happening. And I found her mom. I actually messaged her on Facebook and said, you need to come here. Yeah. I don't know how to help her with 2 kids, a baby. At that time, I said, I can't help her. I don't know what to do. And they came that weekend and fixed some things, and we're getting there. We're getting on track. But there are certain things.
And I think that's true. I think that there are certain circumstances where
there is, you can't keep it.
There are circumstances to that secret, but then it is your responsibility to say, that is not a secret I can keep.
Right.
I am not going to keep your secret. It is important for me to, share that or whatever. But definition of secrets, definition of lying. I feel like that's a big thing for that particular book that we read. But the other thing is that whole idea with gossip, and is it your story to tell, and, what is your motive for telling it?
Sure.
I'm going to share some gossip. And I think it is gossip. But I maybe under that definition. But I'm going to tell you why I'm going to tell it. So it's about Joann's.
And a lot of, there's huge reports out already.
It's made the news. So what happened was I think it was on March 18th, Joann's filed bankruptcy. And so, I'm going to stop just a moment and say that for us, we absolutely 100% support brick and mortar small businesses, your local quilt shops. We say it all the time. Those little businesses or big businesses need to stay in business. It's important for you to have someone that you can go down to and you can talk to them about quilting, about why does my block look so funny, what's going on with my seam allowance, help me with these borders, can you help me do the math for how much backing I need. It's nice to have those resources available to you. So if you have a little quilt shop in your town, we always say, my gosh, support them. If you don't have one, we want to be your local quilt shop. And I'm not saying that Joann's is not that. Joann's does not sell the same kind of fabric that we sell, I do not think. But I'm going to say that when I go shopping, if I have an afternoon and I have to go shopping, in Moses Lake, which is 20 miles from us, there's a Marshall's, which I really like. There's a Joann's, and there's a Winco. And I go into that, Joann's, for a couple of things. When I buy the little crosses for my little pocket quilts that I make, I get them there. They have, what else do I get there?
They have seasonal decorating.
Seasonal stuff. You can get like 80% off the seasonal stuff. So I'll always look there. And then when I do the knitted washcloths, that cotton yarn by Lily, I get that there.
Yep.
That's probably about it. I never buy fabric there. And the other thing I'm going to say, being a small brick and mortar store, about the one in Moses Lake went in about 20 years ago. Maybe, I wish I knew for sure. 15 to 20 years ago. I remember when it went in. I'm not going to lie. And
we were a little nervous.
We were a little nervous. It did hurt us a little bit because there's a lot of notions and batting and that sort of thing that people would buy there. I'm going to say that there's a lot of products that are not the same.
Right.
Same name, same everything, but that's a whole nother story about big box stores. But anyway, it did hurt us a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, it's just part of doing business, and it's okay. But I'm not glad to see them go. Right. You know, it is nice to have those.
They fill another need that we don't do.
They do.
So whether you're wanting to make clothing, if you are wanting to do upholstery, we can't help them, but Jones can.
Right. Knit. Any of those things that you're looking for, and having those variety stores. I mean, I grew up on Sprouse Ritz. That was a good store. You could get everything in there, zippers and buttons and knit fabric and chambray and anything you needed. It was fine. And because we didn't buy fabric to make quilts back then.
Right.
Quilts were made out of the leftover fabric and the old fabric. It was we never, ever, ever purchased fabric to make a quilt. So, but we did all sorts of other sewing. But anyway, so I think having that variety store, it is really nice to have them there. But what happens is that for your little brick and mortar stores, it could be that maybe they are trying to make a decision, and maybe that decision is based on that Joann's store. Is it staying? Is it going? Because in the news, let me put my glasses on. The news says one thing. The news says that the stores will remain open and continue as usual while filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. There are 850 stores across the U.S. in 49 different states, and they have been a thing for 80 years.
Wow.
Yep. And they also said in the article that they are over $1 billion in debt, and that they blamed this on an uncertain consumer environment. So when you hear that they're $1 billion in debt, you kind of wonder, what that is. Is it leases? Is it, it could be all kinds of different things. But if you're filing Chapter 11, to reorganize that a little bit, you sort of wonder what sort of debt they're able to forgive. And $1 billion, $1 billion, that's a lot of money. But here was the other thing that they said, and this is what I think the clinker is. They went public. They were a private entity. They finally went public in 2021 after the pandemic. They felt that they were making enough money and their future looked bright enough that they could do that. There was a surge in sewing during the pandemic. That whole do-it-yourself. People were at home and they were going to make some curtains.
Yeah.
And they were going to then make a quilt. And none of us could keep sewing machines in stock.
So many people that have dusted off their sewing machines.
And said, we found you during the pandemic.
Yeah, and after 20 years, I'm done raising kids. I've decided, I'm going to leave it out. So a lot of us have that same story of what the pandemic did for you. You dusted off something in the closet and you found your new, renewed that love.
New happy place.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a dining room table and I'm sewing, but it doesn't matter.
Happy
or
place
maybe
is
you
happy.
have that empty nester and you've got a sewing room now.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, totally get it.
Big surge in that. And so they debuted on the stock market at $12 per share, went all the way up to $17 per share. Guess what it is right now today?
$1. Oh, that might be too much.
25 cents.
Oh, ouch.
I'm kind of thinking they're not going to survive it.
I'm not sure.
So I think it's not going to happen. But here's the funny thing. We have a confidential informant. I'm not entirely, this is where the gossipy part comes in. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to share this or not. But here's the funny thing is that it is a publicly traded entity. This is public information.
They know.
Everybody
public
knows this.
information.
You can find this.
It's where you have to find. Yeah, you got to know somebody how to find it.
This is their bankruptcy, 24 pages, case number 24-10418, filed on March 18th. It's public information. Mm-hmm. And so this is the thing, is that, so I was like looking through it and I thought, oh, it's kind of interesting because the news says, oh, it's okay, we're going to stay in business, we're going to stay open, we're just going to work through a few things and life is going to be good. I am here to tell you, life is not good. Mm-mm. It's not going to happen. There's just, I feel like there's no possible way. And so my thing for saying this and sharing this is that, again, if you are a local, there's a couple of local stores that I know kind of hang out with us. There's a gal, gosh, can't think of her first name at the moment, but there is a Clarkson, Tennessee, and a Clarkston, Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Isn't that funny? Because I said, oh, yeah, we were in your town. She says, nah, you weren't. You were in Clarkston. I'm in Clarkson.
No D.
Yeah. And she tells me that she doesn't have it doesn't have a daughter that helps her with everything. And so she is a little struggling, but she wants to come see us sometime. So,
we'll come see you.
And then there's Angie and there's Yvonne. So we have a couple of, fun friends that have little
industry
shops, industry friends that, so if Joann's is a factor in your life, I'm just going to say...
You're doing fine.
You're doing fine. They are not going to... because I think this is interesting. So again...
And I think the only thing that will hurt us is when they start their closeout.
It does. And that hurts everybody.
That's gonna hurt everybody across the board. It's gonna but it's also depending on who your customer is. If you're a customer, and we know there's a lot of our customers who are hardcore quilters. They're not gonna put that fabric. Okay, the batting, some of the notions and stuff. Okay, I get that. But again, that's not a big deal. But if there's those young moms who are new to quilting, young moms who are making clothes for kids, that might not affect a quilt store at all.
Yeah.
It's going to affect the husband's pantry now.
Yeah.
But don't tell him. There's no room for mac and cheese, love.
That's right. I got some fabric I got to stash. All right. So that was the main thing that I wanted to tell, but this is a little gossipy part. So this is page...
Their pages, yeah. It's all 16. It should be all public knowledge.
Okay. So this is they had to list the names of the creditors and how much they owed, and the nature of the claim and what they were. It's an unsecured claim, so what they want to write off. So Spinrite Corp. What is that? Spinrite. Spinrite.
I have no idea what that is.
Out of Canada.
It sounds yarny.
Maybe it is.
Spin.
They owe them $12,202,436. Lion brand yarn, they owe $7,368,942. Coats and Clark, $5,351,000.
That's zippers, buttons,
692.
Notions.
And then there's a whole bunch more. Brother International, that's over $3 million. Federal Express. How do you owe Federal Express? I guess how do you not pay these bills as you go?
It makes you wonder.
That's $2.5 million that they owe to Federal Express. That's weird.
It makes you wonder.
It's weird.
So I don't know. We got one store, so it's not like we know a lot.
I know.
But it makes you wonder that if each store has their own budget. And you're a manager of the Moses Lake store, and there's a manager of the Wenatchee store, and they get to kind of they have their budget, stay in your order, or what you need to order, and then someone else takes care of their bills.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how
a factor.
Yeah.
SVP, which is our FAF, our parent company. Now, here's what I have to tell you: we pay for those on everything. We either pay for it before it gets here, or we have 30 days.
Right.
So Singer Viking FAF is what SVP stands for. And you're right, they sold Singer.
They Singer.
Right? They owe them $2,285,000.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we missed just making a payment somewhere for them, we couldn't even buy a foot.
And then there's a whole bunch of Chinese companies. This one, I can't even pronounce that one. Chinese National Arts and Crafts. A whole bunch of Chinese companies in here.
Interesting.
And then it goes down, and there are 4 pages. Timeless Treasures. What Timeless Treasures did they sell? Because I know Kaufman, they sold
all the
Kona
solids.
cotton.
I don't know.
Timeless Treasures.
Timeless
Treasures has $1,498,794.
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
There's another Chinese company.
That, you know, all those people didn't have like a cutoff that, oh, we can't let you go over a certain number.
Yeah.
You know.
Here's another Chinese company. Lots. It's interesting. There's about 9 Chinese companies listed on here. DMC, 1,385,000. Prim Dritz,
Weird.
1,300,000. So that's the $1 billion that they're hoping to
recoup somehow.
Yeah. So I just think. So here's my
Whether
point
they
of sharing the gossip.
Whether
is
they
that
close all the stores or some stores, it's still
it's publicly traded. They can't.
Oh, they can't save some and not the rest. Yeah, it's publicly traded. I forget that. Publicly traded totally
it's
flips
going
the script.
to close. It's going to close.
Bummer.
I think that's going to be. That's my absolute predict. They're not coming back from that. So anyway, so the only reason I share that is that I think that if you're a small business and you're trying to make some decisions, it's like, oh, but there's a Joann's right down the road.
Maybe not for long.
Hold on. Yeah, I think, and you're right though, I think it does make a difference, the whole sales. But if you are a quilter, if you're a new quilter and you think cotton is cotton, it is not. Yeah. I would just caution you about some of the fabric in Joann's, you know. I mean, it'll look okay, it'll look great, it'll sew okay, it's not going to stretch or do anything weird, but that whole long-lasting factor, it is not the same. Yeah. So you'll find over time and over multiple washings that the color will fade, it might get a little more threadbare, and there's problems, and we can tell the difference. I mean, we have certain quilts that have been washed weekly for years, you know, 10, 12 years, and it doesn't look any different.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Versus, you know, some that...
That's also, like, if you're even just someone young who wants to make a baby quilt.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's worth spending the little extra money to get good quality, make your quilt a little bit smaller so you're still within your budget. And then that baby will have that quilt. It won't be one of those rags by the time they have their own babies. It's going to be an actual treasure that can be passed down from mom to new baby.
And for us, we used to tell people the math and say, okay, well, let's think about this. You know, their fabric might be $3 less per yard. And in a twin size quilt, you figure you're going to do an average of about 4 yards. So that's a difference in the whole quilt. That's a difference of $12. Not worth it. Not worth the risk that quilt is not going to wear as well and wash as well and store as well. So anyway, that was my gossip, and I apologize. But I think it kind of, I probably didn't need to share all of that, but I just think that the news is saying, no, we're going to stay open, business as usual. I don't think so.
I don't know. And I think being a publicly traded entity totally changed the script.
There's a whole board of directors that...
if they were not public, they would be able to do different things. Close some of the ones. Like I could say one of ours in our area, because we've got one small one that's been there forever in Wenatchee. That one, unfortunately, would probably close. They'd probably keep Moses Lake. Moses Lake is a lot bigger.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think goes through stock way faster than the Wenatchee one. I like the Wenatchee one better, but maybe it's kind of smaller.
But a lot of the stuff, the crafty flowers, dried flower stuff that they have, I mean, you can find that in 5 other stores.
Yeah.
And I think that's the
I think Hobby Lobby will probably suck up what Joann loses. You know, might bring more fabric into Hobby Lobby. I don't know if fabric is even in Hobby Lobby right now.
I haven't been there.
I know, in forever.
They
I don't make it to
used
Wenatchee
to have it.
Yeah, so who knows? So my guess is some of those, if you still have a Marshalls in your area, that kind of thing. I mean, you're still not going to lose out. It's just someone else is going to now do it for you.
Yeah.
But,
anyway, a little bit of gossip to share. But now, we're going to change gears just a little bit, and I have a recipe to share.
A recipe.
Was it you that I was telling, or was it Robert that I was telling about the vegan bacon?
It was Robert.
He was not impressed. So here's what it is.
Not something we'd eat in our own house.
No.
We make our own bacon.
Or paw. Here's what you do. You take a banana, and it has to be
you have lost me already. I am not enough. Nah, nope.
It's not the inside. You peel the banana.
Yeah, so.
You eat the inside of the banana, and then you take the banana skin, and it should be a fresh banana skin, not one that started to turn brown.
So
you take
extra ripe banana.
extra ripe, just a nice banana, no green, no
Very
brown.
firm banana.
A good banana, which is hard to keep in your house because Harper, good Lord.
Yeah. She loves bananas.
I don't even know.
Bananas are
If you left
expensive.
her unchecked, how many bananas would she eat?
Oh, she'd eat the whole thing. Hands down.
I think bananas right now are 23 cents each.
They're 27 cents each.
27.
They're expensive.
They don't grow here.
I told Mom the other day. You know, you always like, people ask, what do you need for your birthday? What are you into? What do you need?
Bananas.
Groceries.
I got 3 babies that are eating me out of household.
I can't afford bananas.
I can't afford bananas.
That's what Harper said. She got paid for something. She's like, I'm going to buy a banana with this.
Bananas.
I will buy you
Their
6,
Easter
baby.
money.
I'll go get you bananas.
I have a quarter.
Yeah. But at least Nana and Grandma know that Harper is a banana girl. Maisie is a cucumber girl. So everybody keeps cucumbers and bananas in their house.
Yes. Yes. And Wyatt, he'll eat anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
So,
eat the banana.
banana skin.
Keep your skin.
Take your skin and you've sliced it open so you have this flat little banana skin, right? So take a little spoon and just scrape out any left. You're looking at it. It's sounding good. Okay, but wait, there's more. You scrape out any leftover banana mix.
I mean, it's going to be super healthy for you because I know that peel is like full of really great things.
Full of great things.
You're supposed to want to eat it.
Massive vitamin
Blend it
A.
in there, but
Lots of fiber. So good for you. Banana peel. Then you take these banana peels and you marinate them. Now, what I did, I started out in a...
Oh, you tried this.
I have brought some for you to taste.
Oh, no. Okay. Carry on.
I'll show you.
Get to the thrilling part.
Get to the part.
I didn't
Smell it.
Oh, no.
Smell it. Smell it.
Okay, I mean, it doesn't smell bad. Maybe if I didn't know it was banana peel. Cat's out of the bag now.
Cat's out of the bag.
All right, we marinate it.
Okay, so you've marinated it. So when you marinate it, I started out in a pie plate, but then I quickly put it into a Ziploc bag.
Sure.
And what's in the marinade is 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, a half of a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a half of a teaspoon of garlic powder.
Interesting. Okay.
Marinate for about 10 minutes, and then you fry it like bacon. Does it taste like bacon? No. It does not.
No, it does not.
It's just that it looks like bacon, and I kind of feel like we have to heat it up because I brought enough for you to taste it, and Tracy to taste it, and the kids to taste it. I mean, look at that. Look at that on that paper towel.
I mean,
it makes you think bacon, doesn't it?
Ooh. It don't look like no bacon. Oh, you healthy fools out there! It looks like a fried piece of banana skin. Or maybe a plumano. I don't know.
It looked better about an hour ago. I tasted it.
Air fry that baby.
It was warm an hour ago. It was pretty good. I'm going to say, smell it. Okay,
I mean, it smells good.
It doesn't look so appetizing at the moment.
It does smell good.
Okay, taste it cold and then we'll heat it up. They want to see you taste it.
Yeah, they do.
See, look at, show them.
I mean, okay, it could kind
So,
of.
I'm sorry, I'm crying. So imagine it crispy and warm. It's a little fibrous.
Yeah. Well, you know. You probably would not know it's banana peel.
You would not know, that is true. It does not taste like bacon.
It does not taste like banana.
It does not taste like a banana.
It doesn't taste like a banana peel.
No. It does have a funny texture to it that you can tell it's something healthy.
Yeah. It's not horrible. I could live off of this in a dire
It'd be
situation.
okay. I could eat it.
If I could only afford bananas for Harper, I could live off the peels.
This is the good news. The good news is you can eat more of it.
What? No problem. The soy sauce is weird. What else could you use instead of soy sauce?
I don't think the soy sauce is wrong. It adds that little bit of salt and color.
And color. Key fact. Make
Soy sauce. Bacon. But you can taste all of those things. You can tell the four things.
Yeah, you totally can.
And it's good.
It's not bad.
And then the other thing that I did is I took my spoon and I tasted the marinade. And it's like, and it is really good.
Yeah, it's not
You
horrible.
could use it for, it's not horrible. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do some other taste testing. So we'll go get some unsuspecting.
I think it would also be really good, I mean, in other mediums. Like apples. Well, no, I guess not mediums, but putting it into like a stir fry. Or...
Oh, the banana peel.
Yeah, this. So marinating, making your faux bacon, or whatever you want to call that. And slicing it up and putting it into other things. Because it doesn't taste bad. You would never know what that was.
You would not.
No. I don't think if you would have told me it was a banana peel, I would have guessed that.
Huh.
I'm not sure what I would have guessed.
I know.
But it's not horrible.
It's not horrible.
I didn't spit it out.
It does not taste like bacon. So the whole idea of it calling it, but it's a savory, but it with that little sweet note because of the maple. But anyway, it's kind of fun. I mean, I've been wanting to try it, and I happen to have 2 bananas left after Harper had left my house.
When Robert's mad at me, that's what we're getting.
And that's why I think they call it is because you fry it and it looks like bacon. Okay, it doesn't look like bacon right now, but
it makes you wonder what it would be like in an air fryer.
Crispier.
It would, I bet it work really well in an air fryer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not horrible. Try it.
Okay, we're going to go find the children.
My kid's not going to like it. Maisie will not even take a bite. Wyatt will probably take a bite and just be a trooper. Harper's not here today, but Harper would take a bite. Yeah, that's nice. You want more? No.
No.
She's going to ask where the other part of that banana is.
She is. She is. Yeah. Wait, where's the rest of it?
Not horrible. Has Pa tried it?
No, because I made it this morning before I came to work. No.
I'm excited for
it. But if there's a piece left over, I might take it home and air fry it. Yeah. He might eat it. He has been saying more and more that
he wants to eat better.
He wants to eat better.
Yeah.
He says that as he's eating his box of candy.
Yeah.
It's like,
well,
put
it's
that
funny.
down.
When you eat better, you feel better.
You feel better.
Even if it's just true. For the week that you're trying to clean out the groceries and you're using up all those extra potatoes, all of those vegetables are going to go bad in a couple days. You do. It's amazing how much better you'll feel if you just put good things in there.
Yeah, it's true.
If you're out of candy.
Yeah, it's true. But because sometimes we're just tired. We've worked all day, and so we eat something fast and not great, right. And we don't feel well. So it's true. So he might. I mean, there's nothing bad in this.
No.
The maple syrup even.
It makes you wonder your calorie thing, because your banana's got to take out some of those.
Yeah, but it's also...
Oh, I guess not. Because of how you count your fiber and protein in your banana. It's good, though. I mean, it's good for you. A little extra sweetness.
We'll go find some unsuspecting tasters.
It's not bad. We're going to have it for Southern Comfort, so if you need...
Yeah!
Try it. Yeah. We'll have to try it.
Yeah.
I'll have Harper eat all the bananas, so you don't have to eat them.
Yeah. We'll clean out the insides. Fry up those outsides. Yeah. All right.
Interesting. All right.
We'll be right back. Ooh, look, she wants it. Let me get you a little one. No. Here, you eat yours. Here, look. You eat yours.
You gotta take a bite of it.
Is it icky? Good.
Take a bite. Don't just scrape it with your teeth.
I scrape this part.
You need to just take a bite.
Look, Sissy's eating
I
that.
got the juice. The juice is gone.
What do you think, Mace? Wyatt, come here.
That dog took that off of the counter.
No, I gave it to her. What do you think, Mace?
Is it good? Maisie says it's okay. Maisie might not be able to bite it.
Oh, maybe not.
She's dancing. You gonna eat it?
Wyatt, turn it off, please.
You gonna take a bite? Maisie likes it. Do you like it? Maisie likes it.
Yes, she does.
I think it's just hard for her to bite it. Lizzie, nobody wants that thing. Oh, sorry. Oh, gosh. Sorry. Is it good?
Do you like it? Is it yummy?
I can't flip it so you can see the baby. For you. We're recording you.
Here, taste test. Okay, this is our taste test. You guys all know what she's tasting. Can you guess what it is?
I can smell something sweet.
I'll tell you what's in it.
It smells like cinnamon or ginger or...
It has...
I can't wait. Plantains?
Kind of.
What is
This
it?
one. And what's on it is, and it probably would be better crispy, but she's liking
with white
hers.
toast.
I liked it. Brianna liked it. Wyatt did not.
And
Maisie likes it. And it has, but I think there's nothing in here that you can't have. There's soy sauce, smoked paprika, garlic powder, and maple syrup.
Oh, the syrup must be making it smell sweet.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. But what is it? What is it
What do you think
shaved
it
of?
is?
Well, I thought at first it looked like a plantain. Is it zucchini?
It's a banana skin.
Banana skin. Just a regular banana skin.
Regular banana skin.
Okay. And where? Is this from your trip?
No, it was just a recipe that we found. Do you think it's good?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And so it was crispy this morning.
Oh,
It's funny that
It's supposed to be faux bacon.
would be way better.
Oh, faux bacon?
Yeah, it's faux bacon. And
It's not bacon.
it's not bacon.
That's good.
We're not fooling anybody.
There's a baby. Do you see the baby? All right. So
There you have it.
there you have it.
It's not that bad.
No. Don't call it bacon.
Don't call it bacon.
Hi.
She decided she didn't want to go back in the play room.
She liked it, but I do think it's a little the texture.
She couldn't bite it, so she was just kind of.
It's kind of fibrous.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what you think.
the way you would think it would be. I mean, I could chew it, no problem. And Wyatt could have if he would have wanted to, but it was a big no for him.
What a dork.
I wonder, though, if we put it in the air fryer and made it crispy.
Yeah, I think
Because
if it was
also, when it
crispy-
was crispy, you could
Break it.
You could, yeah.
Yeah. So I think if it was crispy, it would be a far different experience.
I think that's right. Yeah. Who knew it was not going to travel well?
Yeah.
And I don't know if when Tracy was, I don't know if we cut out fairly quickly. She had gooey ooey hands and was going to touch
She was
something.
coming back.
So I had to get her. But anyway, Tracy liked it too.
Yeah.
It was good. It was flavorful.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah. Put it on a salad. We'll sprinkle it on some salads.
Oh yeah, cut little
I
pieces.
think it would be good on salads.
Yeah. A good little crouton-y option. Yeah. Not horrible. It's worth a shot. If you got banana peel sitting in your house, you can either put it in your compost or eat it.
Eat it.
Your dog will be so proud of you.
I ate them. Fried them in oil.
I don't even know that part.
Yeah. Well, whatever kind of oil you decide. All right, she's leaving you.
All right.
All right, we'll see you tonight.
For box opening.
I thought you wanted down.
No, just kidding.
All right, we'll see you
see you
tonight
tonight.
for box opening. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. She's going in. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.